This looks pretty damn good. Hi everyone and welcome to 16 Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take out the newly announced Hot Toys 1/6 scale Scorched Xenomorph, that's what they're calling it, from Alien Romulus. Where do I start with this? Hot Toys have done, I believe they've done a big chap before, and I believe they've done an Alien Warrior for Aliens before. I know that they've done a Ripley from Alien, which is looking quite dated now, and they did a Ripley and Power Loader from Aliens, which is also looking quite dated now. For me, I'm a fan of the franchise. I wasn't really a massive fan of this movie. I think this would be, I'd put it in 3 stars. So like my rating system is 1 star. If you make a movie and it's really bad, I'll give you 1 star for the effort. It's a bad movie. 2 stars is okay, nothing to write home about, not great, but not terrible. I'm probably not going to watch it again. 3 stars is a good movie, solid movie, probably would watch again, but there's also a chance that I won't watch it again. 4 stars, excellent, just a great movie, and then 5 stars, like a masterclass. So examples: 5 star, Terminator 2, The Matrix, Empire Strikes Back. Right. 3 star movie would be Man of Steel for me. Man of Steel, good movie, solid. I've watched it again, but it's not like incredible. The Batman with Robert Pattinson, I'd give that maybe a 4 star, excellent movie. Just not on that kind of tier as The Dark Knight for me. Alien and Aliens, 5 star, absolute masterpieces. Alien Romulus, 3 stars. Okay, now I wouldn't go as far as saying, when I'm like a massive fan of the Terminator franchise, but when I say franchise, I mean all the Terminator movies, which there are only 2 Terminator movies. There's only 2, that's it. Huge fan of the franchise. Made 2 movies, nailed them. Brilliant, 5 star movies. With the Alien franchise, number 1 and 2 are 5 star. This here on the screen, I would say 3 star. This is not a bad movie. This was solid. There was definitely parts and design choices, I'm not going to spoil it, that I really didn't care for. If you've watched this movie, you probably know what I'm talking about. And there was a few other bits, that one of the lines in particular, which was like, okay, that was silly. And there was one sequence which, although might have looked cool on paper, I didn't think translated well in live action. But a good movie, worth a watch, just not excellent and definitely not a masterpiece. I kind of put it around the same as Covenant and Prometheus. A lot of people hated on Prometheus and hated on Covenant, and I thought, you know what, they're not bad movies. I'll actually watch them. I still get something out of them, but they're not like, they're not excellent movies. They're definitely not masterpieces, but I don't think they're like 1 or 2 star movies either. They're in and around, yeah, fine. It was a good movie. And then again, I have to watch, I think I prefer Prometheus over Covenant, for me, if I'm remembering correctly. I'd say Prometheus would probably be 3 stars, and then Covenant maybe 2.5 stars, something like that. Right. This here on the screen, solid movie. But the figure, in this case, is better than the movie. Because when I look at this, that's a Xenomorph. If you'd wrote Alien on this, I probably wouldn't have told the difference. If you wrote Aliens on it, I probably wouldn't have told the difference. I know if they're side by side, I would definitely. Okay, Big Chap. I pick out the differences between this and Big Chap, because Big Chap it's just a kind of, it's more of an upright kind of a Xenomorph. It's kind of, my memory of Big Chap was, it wasn't as crouching. It seemed to be like different joints or something like that going on. It was more of an upright figure. I would definitely tell the difference. But this is similar to some of the Alien Warriors in the Aliens movie. Now I know you could be watching this going, what, they're not the same, they're not the same. I get that they're not the same, I know. Next to each other you'll be able to pick out all the differences, but they're very similar. They're similar. So this here, it is exciting, because like, I mean, this thing is 44 centimeters tall. That's nearly half a meter tall. Now if you're watching from America, I don't know, you don't know what that is. You don't know what a centimeter is. You don't know what a meter is, because you're not metric and you haven't joined the 21st century, and I get that, fine. I'm gonna get shit for that. But yeah, look, like it's gonna be tall. It's not gonna fit in your D12 unless it's maybe crouched, and it's not gonna fit in these, because I think looking at a lot of these figures, I think I measured one of them and they were like 31 centimeters. Now there's still a bit of clearance on the top, but it might be maybe 5 centimeters, which means about 36 centimeters tall. I think these are actually 38. Anyway, this is 44, standing straight up and down. It's not going to work. So I think you lost me there for a second. So standing up, this is 44 centimeters. It's not going to fit in a D-top. It's not going to fit on a Bleeding. Now we might see if it's crouched down like this, maybe, but I still think it's looking quite congested. This is better for, like, say, a module case or maybe your garage shelf, or I'm looking at, like, the floating shelves. I think might be an option for this. But then again, who knows? Maybe in a certain pose it just fits in and crouches low enough. But I don't think so. I don't, like, look, 44 centimeters and there's I don't think it's going to work. So this is something you're going to need a specialized case for, or maybe not a case, have it out on an open shelf, or, like, you know, your module cases, garage shelves, top of a cabinet, or floating shelves. There's options anyway. I do think this looks I do think this looks incredible. I would prefer a Xenomorph for Alien or Aliens, because, like, that's what I want. Like, I think there's so much stuff coming now that I'm reluctant to buy something for a movie that I don't like. I'm kind of reluctant to buy stuff, even though, okay, I liked it, but I don't love it. Let me rephrase that. I'm reluctant to buy stuff, collectibles from movies or TV shows that I don't love. Now, there are exceptions in my collection, but if you've been following the channel, you know typically things have to be a triple threat. Do I love the character? Do I love the movie or source material? Do I love that version? The easy example, I'm looking behind me there, Mandalorian. Love the character, love season 1 and 2, and love that version, that Chrome Mando. Easy. The above it you have the Iron Man Mark III. Love the 2008 Iron Man movie. Love the Mark III and the character as well. This here, do I love the character? Come on, the Alien franchise is fantastic. The Xenomorph is one of the most iconic horror, sci-fi villains, creatures, whatever you want to call it. Of course, obviously you've got, like, Stan Winston involved, and you've got you know, the practical effects, and of course you've got the designer H.R. Giger. It's just a very unique, iconic part of pop culture history. So fantastic design. Do I love the source material? I don't love this movie. I don't love this movie. And do I love this version? I have to say I do. I think it looks excellent. Really, really do. So 2 out of the 3. I would prefer something branded Alien or Aliens, and I'm just really, really hoping now that, like, they've gone back with the T1000, they've gone back with the battle damage, T800 2.0. They've gone back. They're going to go back with the clean version, but it looks at things. They've gone back with Batman Returns 2.0. I mean, okay, they did 89 2.0 as well, but okay, we won't go there. But I'm really hoping they go back and they give us a decent, I don't want a decent one. I want an amazing, I want an excellent Ripley from Alien or Aliens. I'll take either. For this here, I'd also rather they go back and do a Xenomorph. So this is the position I'm in. This is a bit like RoboCop 3. RoboCop 3 is an awful movie, but when they put up for pre-order and announced that they were revisiting RoboCop 3, and they were, or RoboCop should I say, because they never did RoboCop 3 before, when they revisited that and I saw that they were going to announce that, I was like, excellent. Worst case scenario, I can pick up that one for retail and just don't use the jetpack, and it looks like RoboCop. Fine, no problem. And by all means, it turns out great. So if you're watching this and you did that, excellent. I was thinking about doing the same. But then I found a brand new inbox RoboCop with the mechanical chair from the RoboCop 1, the 1987 movie that made me fall in love with the franchise, or the first 2 movies. Again, there are 2 more RoboCop movies. Yeah. And I went back and got that, and I still paid above retail, but I think maybe it was slightly below what it was in previous weeks prior to RoboCop 3 being announced. So that's where I'm at. If I commit to this, are they just going to go back and really announce a big chap, or like an Alien Warrior for Aliens? And then I'm kind of going, come on. Because people are going to be in that boat with the Prey. Like, I'm interested in that Predator Prey, but now that they're teasing the Jungle Hunter, are they going to do that? I mean, as much as, like, I think Prey is the second best Predator movie out there. I don't care what anyone says, man. Like, I wasn't gone on Predator 2. The Alien versus Predator line, just, no. Predator is the first movie, and it's fantastic, and it's the best one. I really like Prey. Really like Prey. So, I'm going to flick through some of these. So that's kind of like, that's where I am with this. I could very well pick this up. I'm not going to rush to pre-order it. I could wait until see it turns out and pick it up like that. And maybe just hold out. I'm playing the Han Solo card on this. I want a Han Solo. They've announced the Han Solo Return to Jedi Endor. Look, I'm happy enough if that's the one I end up getting, super. But I haven't pre-ordered it because I'm holding out hope that they might just do a Beskar Mando on it, a Chrome Mando, or a by the looks of things, an unmasked Deadpool on it, and just give us, you know, a Empire Strikes Back, like a Bespin Han, and then that's the one I can get. Cause I probably won't get to them. Anyway, this looks incredible for what I'm seeing. This is $305 on Sideshow, if that floats your boat and you buy from them. Or if you're watching in Ireland, which you're probably smart enough not to buy from them, because that's like just under €300, €299.54, and then you're going to be charged probably €40-50 to ship, and then you're going to be charged VAT, and that will end up being what, like €340? No, it'll be €350. Let's say let's say conservatively €340, and you're probably going to end up paying it'll be €450. It's not worth that. I mean, forget that. So, flicking through some of these images, I love this. What I like about it is it just looks like a Xenomorph to me. I know that there's differences between all the different ones. They're like, you know, they have obviously the Queen is massively different, and Big Chap I think is a lot different because it stands more upright. You've got the Alien Warriors. And is there a dog alien or something as well? I think from Alien 3. Alien 3 gets a lot of stick. It's nowhere near as good as the first and second. They're not in the same league. They're definitely in different leagues. But there was something about it I still liked. The detailing on this is fantastic. So like you've got all like the rib work. By the way, this is fully jointed and I cannot see the joints. I know where they are. There's, you know, some in the shoulder, some in the elbow, some in the wrists, just like any normal Hot Toys figures. It didn't need to be seamless because this is like H.R. Giger designed it. It's like biomechanical. It's supposed to look part mechanical, like a machine's supposed to look part organic, and I think they've done a great job. And you have the kind of like exoskeleton with that carapace thing. That's actually, been watching a lot of these. I watched a lot of the preview videos, and people are kind of wondering about the carapace and stuff like that. So it's like a hard shell. It's like I teach biology and chemistry and stuff, but it's basically a protective layer. Like a tortoise would have a hard upper shell. Spiders would have them, or some arachnids, and what else would have them? Tortoises, arachnids or spiders, other things, like a hard, like an exoskeleton, and like a protective layer. So this is the carapace there. You can see the skull inside. It looks really, really creepy. I'm not sure what I prefer. The versions where you can't see the... Oh, after losing myself there. The versions where you can't see the skull. I think there's versions, if I remember correctly, there's versions where you can't see the skull, and there's versions where you can. Maybe I'm misremembering there, but that's the way I remember it. This looks to me very similar to what you'd see in Aliens. And I know this is... the funny thing about this, I've been talking about this earlier on, and it's kind of like saying it's not Big Chap, but it's kind of supposed to be Big Chap. Unless I didn't follow the movie very well. They had, didn't Big Chap survive, and then they got him, but then I think this is going to be a bit of a spoiler. Well, it is definitely a spoiler, but they saw like the carcass of him. I have to go back and rewatch it again, and then I can't tell if this one was like, say, no, actually that's wrong. That's completely wrong. I'm just thinking out loud now. Yeah, so that Big Chap survived. This is total spoiler territory now. And then we see like we see the dead version in the movie, and then there's all these little embryos. That's what it is. So it's not the exact same type as a Big Chap. That's why it looks a bit different. That was my interpretation anyway. Maybe I've missed something, and if I'm wrong, let me know. I think it looks incredible though. Just like the carapace, the top part, the kind of like the goo, which was actually, even though it was like practical effects in Alien and Aliens, they used that slime effect. It was a load of KY jelly. So yeah, it's well documented. You can watch the behind the scenes and all the kind of stuff. So you can see all the biomechanical design, all the kind of stuff going on the, say, the right side of its face, the shoulder blades. The joints, I know it's jointed, but they're so well hidden, because I'd imagine the like the kind of puppets and stuff when used. I know the Big Chap was like a guy in a suit and stuff like that, but the practical effects, they would have had joints as well. So this makes sense that this is jointed. I wonder what the texture is like. I wonder if it's rubbery or hard plastic. That looks really creepy. They've done a great job there with the detailing. There's so much detailing on that skull there and around the mouth. And it does look slimy, the whole effect of this. I really think they've done a good job. That looks incredible. I love that as well because it kind of reminds you of, like, I don't know, a movie poster for, I think it was Alien 3 had that kind of a movie poster like that. Was all kind of curled up like an embryo or something. Obviously this isn't curled up, it's kind of more standing. The base, which actually lights up, they're kind of giving us light up for the sake of light up now. It has all the kind of, like, I wouldn't say it's a kind of, I can't tell if that's a burnt effect from the acid, or is it like that kind of cocoon style stuff that it puts on its victims and cocoons them alive, because it kind of, the alien kind of steals the humans more than anything. It kind of injures them and puts them into like this cocoon and puts them in front of one of the eggs, and the egg bursts up and the facehugger jumps onto them and they kind of impregnate them, and then yeah, the alien bursts out through the chest. So it lights up. I think a lot of people are going to be hyped for this. Like I said, I would prefer something branded Alien or Aliens. And again, it's a space thing, it's a money thing. I don't want to have to drop money on this and then bang, they announce something from Aliens, and I'm like, right, okay, between space and money and stuff, I'm going to need to offload this. So I'm being a bit cautious here. I'd rather, I do want a representation of the Xenomorph in the collection, but I would just prefer if it's from Alien or Aliens. Good detailing on the facehugger as well. It's articulated as well. Nothing to latch it onto though, and I don't think they're going to do the main character. It's going to be the same as Prey. They did Prey. They did the Predator, but they didn't do the, is it Naru? And they're probably not going to make, I don't even know the main characters in this. I thought Naru from Prey was a lot more interesting here, to be honest. Yeah. Right, so let's say it's $305. Comes with 2 interchangeable carapaces. The regular and battle damage. I would use the regular. I love battle damage, but I'd use the regular because I can't remember this thing being battle damaged. And because of the texture and, again, the biomechanical design in it, it's very hard to tell. It's not a major difference between, I can see a crack going on and stuff like that. If I zoom in here, yeah, I can see the crack on the left one. I think the battle damage is on the left. There's, looks like a crack over the eye or something. And then on the right hand side, yeah, it's, you got the extendable lower jaw, articulated face hugger accessory, bunch of swap on hands, diorama base with LED light up function, new joint design, and a wired tail. I imagine that wiring is similar to the Doc Ock tentacles. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm interested. I think it looks incredible, but it's from mediocre movie. Well, good. I'll say good, not great movie. And I would like a Xenomorph. I like the fact that it's like 44 centimeters tall, but I'm not going to rush out and buy it. I'm going to hold out. I might see how it turns out, pick it up then, or just hold out, not order, and see if they actually revisit Alien or Aliens. That's all I have to say about this. If you want to support the channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let me know if you're picking this up or not. You can also consider becoming a channel membership if you want to support the channel in a different way. And yeah, follow me on Instagram and on X. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.